beaters, it's Gina from workingandopal.com, and I have, guess what, backed by popular demand, the double rotating club from Adornable Elements. So you guys know I recently switched over to doing 2 of their single clubs. They have 6 in total, by the way, plus this rotating club. And I had shared the double rotating for quite some time. Check out that playlist if you haven't already. It's a great way to build up your stash or collection of all sorts of different types of beads, from fire polish to 2-hole beads, Miyuki Delicas, seed beads, Swarovski crystals, and they even have one called Hot and Trendy, which features all sorts of cool check glass in different shapes and finishes. They asked me if I'd go back to sharing their rotating club again, which is something I did on my own for probably about a year and a half, and I love all of their subscriptions, so of course I agreed to do that. I know also a lot of you guys are still on their rotating club and signed up with the coupon code, which is still available, by the way, for anybody who is new to the subscription and would like to sign up. That code is OPAL10, O-P-A-L 10, and that will save you 10% off your first month's box. What that will also do is it will alert them that you are one of my viewers, so it'll get you on the same rotation. That said, though, the colors could vary from the ones that you see on my videos, just depending on what they have in stock at the time. They'll do their best, of course, to send you the exact same thing that you'll see unboxed here on my channel each month. And that is, of course, if you choose to sign up for their double rotating club, where you're going to cycle through all the different ones. If you don't want to receive different clubs each month, you can pick and choose which ones work best for you. For example, today we're going to be opening the Double Delicas of the Month club. If you strictly wanted to receive Delicas each and every month, for example, you could just sign up for that one. You'll also notice that these are called double clubs. And that is because the double clubs come with twice as many beads inside the containers as their single clubs. So lots of different options depending on your budget, your beading needs, and what you like to work with. So definitely check out their website. I will leave the link as well as that coupon code down below. And to get us started with our Beads of the Month Club shipments for February, I will be sharing this double rotating first, and I'll follow up in a later video next week to bring you the 2 single clubs that I've also really been enjoying, the 2-hole club and the Hot and Trendy. Couple other things real quick before we get into the beads. You'll notice I have this Findings companion pack right here. That's something new they recently started a few months ago that I've been sharing. Also, this is an additional $12.95 add-on that we'll look at after the beads that anyone is welcome to purchase. If you're one of their existing club members, it will ship with your beads with no additional shipping cost. One other great perk about their subscriptions is they also send you a link every month to their free patterns page where you can download patterns that will change each month and might help you to come up with things to create with the beads that you received that month or in past months. This month, for example, they've got 3 beautiful designs. I'm actually going to try to make some of them. Really hoping I'll have time to do that. They actually have one this month that is really unique. It's a really cool earring design, and it actually uses Delica beads and some daggers. It is so neat. So speaking of Delica beads, this month in the rotating club, we're receiving the Miyuki Delicas. There's 8 containers in here. You can see the list here on the front, so we know exactly what we're getting. Our theme is called Dragon Flame. Love their themes each month. They do a great job at putting together different colors, which I always find very inspiring. This club, by the way, it's $39.95 a month plus shipping to get on that rotation. If you wanted the single club, you'd get half the amount of beads you see here, still 8 containers of them, and that club would be $22.95 per month plus shipping. So all those important details out of the way, let's get into the beads. I cannot wait to flip this over and check out these colors. Oh my goodness, this is like a sunset right here. So Dragon Flame is our theme, and you can definitely see why they would call it that. Lots of warm colors that we'll get into. I'm going to take these out of the bag, and then we'll take a closer look at these one at a time. Some of you guys are brand new to beading, so if you're not aware of what Delica beads are, they are similar to seed beads, but they are actually more of a tube shape like this. They fit together wonderfully like little bricks. They're great in peyote stitch, brick stitch, things like that. And it's no coincidence that that's what you see here in my ring. To give you guys an example of something that you can do with these, if you're looking for a beginner Delica pattern, by the way, check the link in the right corner for my modern striped peyote stitch ring tutorial. All right, so the first color we're going to get into here is called Galvanized Semi-Frost Zest. And that is this tube right here. It's a bright yellowish gold. It's called semi-frost. It's kind of a matte finish and almost has a little bit of a glow to it. Here's a close-up look at these Delicas in my hand so you can really get a good idea of the color. Look how uniform these are. These are high quality beads, you guys. Next up, we have this beautiful red. It's called Dyed Silver Lined Brick Red. Very fiery color to go with our theme. You can see that silver lining inside, which really makes that deep berry red glow. I'm just gonna move them around under the light a little bit so you can see that beautiful light play. Here's our third tube, which contains transparent dark cranberry. So we have another tone of red. This one is deeper than the first one, not as fiery, a little bit more toned down. The glass is completely transparent, as you can see. And when combined with the brighter red, it would definitely give it some beautiful depth used in combination. For our fourth tube of Delicas, we have these galvanized burnt orange color beads in this rich metallic. So moving away from our tones of red for a minute to get into our orangier colors of this collection. Aren't these galvanized colors so stunning? The metallic looks so polished. And I really like this color of burnt orange. It's more of a coppery orange. It's not quite as bright in terms of shades of oranges go, so I think this would be a little bit easier to work in with some other colors. These are gorgeous. Then next we have transparent light topaz, another very warm color. In that shimmering honey glass, letting that light through, and certainly another great accent to the colors that we have back here. Our next tube contains this very bright orange. It's called transparent orange. So another one of these transparent glass colors, so vibrant. This one screams summer to me. This bright orange, a lot of people may think automatically of fall, but this really makes me think of summer, warmer weather, bright colors like this. And I certainly don't have a color like this in my collection of Delicas right now. I think I only have like one opaque kind of coral color. So I'm happy to add this to my collection, and I think it's a great addition to this fiery theme. Here's our seventh tube. I'm loving this color too. This is called Matte Transparent Red Orange. And to me, while it's still kind of bright, it is like more of a toned down neon orange, if that makes any sense. It's definitely not like a bright in your face blaze orange, and I really like the matte finish. You can see as I hold these in front of the collection of what we have so far, these definitely have more of a red undertone than say these that have more of the yellow undertone. There's a close-up look at them. Here's that matte frosty finish. And something else I really appreciate about these clubs is how they combine the different finishes. You're not getting all like translucent Delicas, you're not getting all matte Delicas. Not only are you getting a great mix of colors, but you're getting a well thought out range of different finishes also. And last but certainly not least is vial number 8. This one contains a color called Sparkle Honey Beige Lined Chartreuse. At first glance, these look like a more toned down silver lined gold, especially when you compare it to this guy back here. But let's pop these out and take a close look. So here's a close-up of these beads. You can see how they have that reflective lining inside, which also gives these that glowing effect. You can see why they're called chartreuse with that slightly greenish undertone that really do overall give off more of a honey beige appearance. And I think are an excellent way to wrap up all the colors that we have here for this month's Dragonfire theme. And for whatever reason, my brain wanted to say Dragonfire, but it is Dragon Flame, Flame Fire. You guys know what I mean. Brilliant collection of colors, all very warm tones. Whether you're inspired to put these together in some sort of design or pick and choose and use them separately with items you may already have. Either way, I think they did an excellent job. And I'm really excited to add some different colors to my collection, quite different actually from anything that I already have. So this is a great example of the double 11.0 Delicas Beads of the Month Club. If you only wanted to receive Delicas, you could certainly do that. If you signed up for the single, you would just get half the quantities of all of these beads. And this is also a great example of the way they put colors and themes together. And each month they're totally different. So if this one doesn't speak to you, for example, the next one would probably be completely different. Now, before we wrap up, let's look at the Findings Companion Pack I received this month, which is that $12.95 add-on. And it looks like this month's selection has come in copper, which is cool to see. Every month has been a totally different tone. So let's flip it over. Oh, wow. We have some very bright, shiny copper in this month's pack. Let's take these out. And we have everything in these 2 bags. Let's go down the list and check out everything one at a time. All right, so the first thing we have here is this 3-piece leaf and branch set, which are absolutely gorgeous. These are very high quality findings, by the way. These are not your cheap, pay a few cents findings. The ones that they send are always a step above, and they match the quality of the beads that they send. So I've actually gotten some findings like this before in the branches and leaves that are your cheaper quality, and I use them too. There's nothing wrong with that, but my point is I'm just trying to compare and contrast the fact that these are very similar in shape to some lesser expensive ones that I've seen, but they feel a lot nicer and they look a lot nicer. And I'm trying to point out that the value is definitely there for their findings companion pack and what they're sending. Next up, we have a set of 5 curved tubes in that same bright copper. And here again, these are just a step above. I've gotten plenty of the plated brass curved tubes like this, but these are a little bit thicker. The coating feels a little bit thicker. It may be difficult to tell on camera, but these are just higher quality. There's no other way for me to put it. Now this next item, guys, I'm really intrigued by. I have personally had some jewelry that uses this lantern chain, but I have never personally used it in my beading or crafting, and I'm loving this. This really gets me thinking. It's different. I mean, I've never received any kind of chain like this before. Again, the quality feels fantastic. Look how beautiful that is. That is a stunning chain. I'm gonna have to do something special with this. And I'm thinking that this would be gorgeous with a beaded pendant simply placed at the base of the chain to really show off that unique design. Then next we have a set of 10 oval jump rings in a 4.5 by 5 millimeter size. Great item to have with this pack, especially if you don't have a lot of copper findings already to pull from. They have also included this very substantial S-hook clasp, and it comes with these thick jump rings here on either side also, and it is the same on both the front and the back. Very beautiful. We also have these 2 very high quality toggle clasps. Very minimal design. The coating feels thick and smooth. They're not rough in any way, and they're polished to a beautiful shine. And then we've been given this set of 4 ear wires. They are a fishhook style with the double ball detail, and included are these thick backs to keep your earrings in place. Again, quality here is a step above. These are not your typical inexpensive spring and ball fishhook ear wires. And then finally, we're given a set of 10 head pins. These are ball head pins, as you can see on the end. They really finish off whatever you're wrapping in a better way. They look like a little tiny bead at the end, all said and done. And these are 2 inches long and made with a 23 gauge copper size. So there you have it, guys, a great example of the February 2020 Beads of the Month Club's 11.0 Delicas with the additional findings companion pack. As a reminder, this companion pack does not automatically come with your rotating club. You do have to add that on separately if you do want it. And I would encourage you to check out their website just because there are so many different options between the 6 different clubs and the rotating club, the single and the double, the findings companion pack. You'll have to decide what works best for you and what you're most drawn to. And definitely check out my playlist of all of their different clubs that I've rotated through for nearly 2 years now to help you get a good idea of what you can expect and what you are the most excited about. Don't forget you can use that coupon code OPAL10 to save 10% off your first month's club. If you love working with high quality beads and findings and you're inspired by getting a surprise collection of curated colors, I would highly recommend any of these clubs to you. Lastly, they have amazing customer service, which is so important. You can tell that they really, really do care about their business and about you guys. So don't hesitate to reach out to them if you have any questions. It's not just in my experience. I've heard from many of you guys over the past couple years that you've had great experiences with them as well. So feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let us know what you think of this month's club, the Findings Companion Pack. Maybe let us know what color variation or club variation you received, or anything else you'd like to say. Like I said, I will be back with more Adornable Elements Beads of the Month clubs next week to share the single Hot and Trendy and the single 2-hole Beads of the Month club. So stay tuned for that if you're interested, and much, much more. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for being with me. It's always a lot more fun to unbox with you guys. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and as always, happy beading. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. For more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of my latest videos. You can check out the information section below this video for links to all my social media handles, recommended products, and my shop and blog at orchidandopal.com. Thanks for watching.